To name any organic compound, you're always going to try to find the longest continuous chain contain the functional group you're naming, for this case, a double bond. And then you're going to number the atom in the main chain, always start at the end nearer to the double bond, to the functional group, and then you can write the full name as a single word. There are lots of rules that details what are you going to do when you see a special scenario. And we're going to practice naming the compound on the left-hand side to get us familiarized with how to name an alkene. And for the first example, if you're trying to name this alkene, the longest continuous chain that contains double bond would have 5 carbons over here, okay? And for the second molecule, the longest continuous chain obviously is this chain, and you may notice that the double bond is right in the middle of the molecule. Under that circumstances, the subcategory of step 2 suggests that you could start at the end nearer to the first substituent. Under that circumstances, you're going to number the second molecule from left-hand side, make it 1, 2, 3, 4, pardon me for my stylus pen, 5, and 6. This is 3 here, okay? Under that circumstances, when you try to write the full name, the name should include all the substituents, including this methyl group on carbon number 2, and also you need to identify where the double bond is at. Since the double bond is between carbon 3 and 4, you can call this guy a 3-hexene. Therefore, the IUPAC name for this molecule would be 2-methyl 3-hexene. Remember, you would always use a hyphen to connect number and letter, and write the name as a single word. For cycloalkene, and you could name the cycloalkene, again, make sure your double bond have the smallest possible number. And for this case, for this cyclohexene molecule, and to make sure your double bond would always be on carbon number 1 and 2, you also want to make sure your substituent is of a lower number as well. Under that circumstances, you're going to number your cyclohexene ring as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 counterclockwise. Therefore, this molecule is named as 4-methyl, this is E, 1-cyclohexene. So this 1 here may be omitted simply because if you have a cyclohexene, your double bond has to be on carbon 1 and number 2, okay? And if you have more than 1 double bond, okay, with 2 double bond, you're going to name your compound as a diene. With 3 double bond, you're going to name your compound as triene. And with 4, it's going to be tetraene, and so on. And here is an example. In this molecule, you have 2 double bond, okay? You also have a substituent bromine bound to carbon number 4 if you count from left. If you count from right, it's bound to carbon number 5. The double bond is on carbon 3 and 4, and 5 and 6 if you count from left, and same numbering if you count from right. Because bromine is on this particular carbon, you wanted to number your main chain from the left as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So this is a octadiene with a substituent bromine on carbon number 4. So name of this compound would be 4-bromo 3, 5. There's a comma between the letters, the numbers, octadiene. Okay, and the compound right above it is kind of special, not because of how special this main cyclohexane is. It's special because this substituent, you haven't seen that before. It's basically a CH2 substituent. And for this CH2 substituent, and you're gonna name this as methylene. Okay, so that being said, and to number this molecule, you're gonna start with this double bond carbon 2, 3. Okay, so the name of the molecule would be 3-methylene 1-cyclohexene. Again, this 1 here is optional. You could also try to name the rest of the molecule by yourself following this IUPAC rule. However, one thing that I did not include when we discuss the naming of alkene is how to identify the stereochemistry, easy or cis trans, to describe the stereochemistry of the molecule. And in a separate video, we're going to address that.